Hi, I'm Shannon with Taste of Home, and today I'm going to show you how to make a flavorful, flaky pie crust from scratch. Let's get started with our crust. Our ingredients are very simple. We have all-purpose flour, salt, cold cubed butter, and ice water. First thing, we're going to add our flour and our salt to a large bowl and just mix those up a little bit. Next, we're going to add our cold butter. It's important that the butter is cold throughout the whole process of making your crust so that it will create steam when it goes into the oven. The cold butter creates steam, which forms a pocket, which gives you that tender, flaky crust. So our pastry blender here is going to cut the butter into the flour quickly without warming up the butter so that everything can stay cold. You just want to work that until you end up with pea-sized pieces of butter. Take just a couple minutes. Once we have nice small pieces of butter, you can see they're about the size of a pea. Then we are ready to start adding our water. So you don't want to use the ice in your ice water, you just want the water to be really cold. So I'm just going to go a tablespoon at a time. You want to add your water slowly because if you add too much, you can end up with a gummy crust. Typically takes between 1/3 and 2/3 of a cup of water for this recipe. Getting close here, it's starting to stick together. I want to feel the dough to see if it's coming together when I press it, and it is. So I'm going to stop there. We'll dump this out onto the countertop and then bring it together before we wrap it up. I'm gonna divide it for my top and bottom crust and just bring it together enough that you can form a couple discs to wrap and chip. So I'm just bringing the dough together into 2 discs, one slightly larger than the other. The larger one will be for our bottom crust and the smaller one is for the top crust. Then we'll wrap these up and they'll chill for about an hour until that butter has a chance to get cold and firm up again. At this point, I also like to throw my pie plate into the fridge or freezer to pre-chill that, so when we put our rolled out dough into the plate, it will stay nice and cold. Our dough has had a chance to chill for about an hour now. The butter's gotten cold again and firmed up, and I'm gonna roll on a baking mat just so it makes it easier to transfer later. Just gonna lightly flour, use a little parchment. Working from the center, you just wanna roll your dough out to about 10 or 11 inches so that it's big enough to fit your pie plate. So I like to keep moving my dough so I can start in the center and push away from me. Then you also know if it's starting to stick. I can see it sticking, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little more flour. And I can tell from my guide that I'm getting close. I don't have much further to roll it out. If you get a crack in the side of your crust, just dip your finger in a little water and bring it back together. Now, I'm going to use the mat to transfer my dough to the chilled pie plate. Adjust as needed, and then just press your dough into the sides. And if you end up with a crack, you can fix it the same way as before with just a little extra water. I like to push my dough down into the sides rather than pulling it because it's going to be less likely to shrink. Once you've got it in there, this can go back in the fridge to stay cold while we prepare our filling. I'm rolling out my top crust the same way I did the bottom. It's just going to be a little bit smaller. I have my top crust rolled out and I'm going to transfer it using the parchment so that I have a little bit more control. Now we're just gonna flute and seal the edges. You can do this as simply or as intricate as you would like. If you have a spot where there's not enough dough, you can use a scrap and just pat it together. I have my edges sealed. Now I'm just gonna go through and do my fluting. Now we have to cut some vents in the top. This is to let steam escape from our filling so that it doesn't make our crust soggy. Here we've used our crust to make a beautiful apple pie. Now, whatever pie you make sure you let it cool before you cut into it. That way the filling has time to gel and set up a little bit, so it doesn't water out and make that crust soggy that you've worked so hard to make flaky and crisp. Cut into it, serve how you like, and enjoy.